Go fast. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 103 of the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and have you ever wondered if the activity that you were doing or the chore that you were pursuing was being done in the fastest way possible? And if not so, why don't you give it a try? Well, today we're here to unravel and let's say explore this concept of speedrunning that I used recently in one of my activities, and it has done wonders. If you know, from the people that are following me, if there is anybody that is comfortable or is knowledgeable around the world of gaming, they for sure might have heard of this term. And the funny part is that these speedruns usually are used and created in games where there isn't really a competition. It's just people deciding that they want to see how fast they are able to complete a certain task. And this creates innovation. This creates a lot of also community around those games that on a normal basis wouldn't have such a strong community. Or again, it's a derivative from the original concept. And this by itself, it's very nice, but I wanted to connect it to real life and understand how we can apply that. Before we proceed, as always, if you like the concept, if you like the idea, feel free to leave a like and a subscribe. It really helps the video and the channel, of course. And again, it shows support for what I'm doing. Now, how did I end up thinking about this? So today, as a normal Sunday, I wanted to clean my apartment. Specifically, I really wanted to do it because the past week, if you've listened also to the last episodes, it has been a bit tough. Mostly because I had moments where, let's say it was not in the best shape overall, the apartment, and also myself. I had moments of ups and downs, and my energy levels were not really there. So I was thinking, how can I combat this feeling of laziness? What can I do? And then I was like, what if I try to do a speed run? So I set a timer and, like a race, and, you go 3, 2, 1, as we do at the start of the episode, and then you go. And actually, even though it sounds funny, and if somebody was looking from the outside, it would have been hilarious, but it created a dynamic where, first of all, the activity was way more enjoyable. My level of, let's say, fatigue and call it momentary stress was very high because there was something at stake and I wanted to finish before the timer. And so I started doing everything that I could as fast as possible. And also I put my mind in, let's say, a rhythm that wasn't necessarily connected to chores. Because, okay, let's be honest, nobody likes them. They're boring. You have to do them. If you don't do them, there's not really a consequence, but they pile up. And then the environment in which you live is not that great. And this has consequences in all the other aspects of your life. So, I change this perspective from that to something fun, a challenge, a game. And actually, as I said, and I'm surprised, but it was fantastic. I did everything in 1 hour, and I did the whole house. Activities that would have taken me 3 hours, 4 hours, the whole day. Because what's the problem? If I had to do these, the normal way, the problem is that you do something, and especially myself, since my attention level and can be easily manipulated, let's say, I saw something that wasn't part of the cleaning, but I was like, let me do this. Where did I put that thing? I take my phone, let me look at the video, and so on and so forth. And maybe at the end of the day, you still do all the things that you have to do. But for an activity that takes 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, you took 7 hours, 8 hours. And that is precious time that, again, gets wasted. And furthermore, the more you do it in this way, and the more you are, let's say, are connecting, the feeling of sadness or laziness, boring activities to the chores, the moment that you have to do them, you're like, again, I don't have to do them. Whereas now, this also, I mean, little parentheses, but this works if you have a lot of stuff to do in general, because you then have a real challenge in front of you. If you had to do something in, I don't know, it takes you 30 seconds to do, is not that fun. But the moment that a task that otherwise, takes ages to do, you are like, okay, I want to see how much I can do. And the best thing is that then your focus and all your attention goes only to that task. Therefore, you are able to work in conditions that to you, if you just had to think about them, would be impossible. And yet you make them possible through this game. So I don't recommend you necessarily to do that also for cleaning. Maybe, again, it is something that works for me. Maybe you enjoy it, because there's also a lot of people that take that as a moment of relaxation. Like they like to take a lot. Whereas for me, it's something that the faster I do it, the better I feel. And the other problem is that around those things, I tend to hyperfixate on the details. Like I want to do the stuff perfectly. So by doing it faster, I have also the possibility of combating that, while maybe I cannot give it the 100%, but I'm still able to reach very fast 80%. And then due to the fact that I'm limited in time-wise, I have to move to the next thing. So think about other places in which, you can apply this. I can imagine tasks at work, where again, your goal is not to solve something. Your goal is not to find a solution, because unfortunately, these tasks that actually take time and require concentration are not, let's say, something that you can use speedrunning for. Coming back to the example of gaming, what happens a lot of times is that everything becomes muscle memory, There is not necessarily a complexity in the single actions, but the complexity comes on doing them the fastest way possible without making mistakes. Now, in normal circumstances, we can make those mistakes because, let's say, the leaderboard is between yourself and the clock. But why not extend that? Maybe you want to see how a certain task can be done. Who does it faster? You or your colleague? You or your friend? Try to experiment with this and see where this can lead you. But I can guarantee you that the moment that you understand that you have this trick of tricking your mind into doing something that was before boring in an interesting way, it shifts the perspective, because like, okay, if this works here, maybe I can do it better also somewhere else. Where this is, it's up to you. It's personal. I cannot decide it for you. But trust me when I say that it's way better than what could imagine. So I'll keep you posted if this will work also on the next occasions. But today was a great success and I had to share it. Having said that, that was all for episode 102. If you like the content, feel free to leave a like and a subscribe. Again, I hate to say it again, but as always, there's a lot of people that just watch and don't subscribe. And overall, if you do, it's just a plus for the channel. Thank you very much for listening. I will go with the outro since we're done for today. Stay consistent, stay resilient, and see you at the next one.